nothing to buy in the stores. And so a lot of people left with money in their hands and nothing to buy. And those are going to be the ones that are hurting the most because they didn't take the time to stock up and get the things they needed with their money. Yes, just do what the Lord leads. That's all you ever have to do. If you're ever in doubt that you're not doing something that you should be doing, just ask Him to lead you and guide you into what you should be doing, because when you're always listening for His guidance in your spirit, then you're being obedient. That's all that matters. Chuck Youngbrandt says in his prophecies that in one of the years the president will be in trouble by December with all the things going on with Bush. Do you think this would be the year? Chuck Youngbrandt is just so out there. I took him off my website. And there was confirmation. A couple months ago I received an email from one of Chuck Youngbrandt's early friends from his childhood or whatever. And he stated to me that Chuck Youngbrandt started by reading palms, that he was a psychic reader. Psychic palm reader is where he got his start. And all these visions he had were nothing but based on psychic visions of the future. Confirmation on the fact that I had taken his link down almost as quick as I had put it up a couple of years ago, and just said there's something not right about this guy. And so I no longer even entertain any of Chuck Youngbrandt's stuff. Grain of salt, folks. Turn back up the volume, thanks. You like it up there? Somebody else let me know if it starts echoing then. Don't want it to be echoing. Hey Sherry, what do you think about the book, The Fall of Lucifer by Wendy Alec? Do you feel we should stack up on firearms? Of course. Yes. Stack up on firearms. Stock up. Stack up. Whatever you want to say it in your neck of the woods. Stock up on firearms, because firearms and bullets and being able to defend and protect yourself, because that was always Israel's downfall in the past, was that they de-armed, and every time they de-armed, the enemy came right in and destroyed them and killed them all and won victories over them. And the first thing Esther did as queen in the Old Testament was she re-armed the people, and there was a surprise attack against them, a war coming up against them, and they won because they were prepared and armed. And so the Lord is all for self-defense, people. He is against murder, not self-defense. If someone is trying to kill you, someone is evil, they're coming after you, like these New World Order freaks, defending the life of yourself and your loved ones is self-defense, and so we are expected to defend ourselves. That's why so many people are going to be hauled off in these trains to these martial law internment camps, because they weren't ready physically or emotionally to protect and defend themselves against the soldiers coming to take them. And so, yes, stack up on firearms, protect yourself. Don't get taken by these New World Order thugs and these troops that are going to be coming, putting people on different lists, red list, blue list, yellow list. Don't get taken on a train, folks. And so do what you have to. Stay off those trains. And if you have to shoot a couple of soldiers, shoot them and take their guns and weapons, and then you can arm other people around you. Question for this show. Send it into SherryTalkRadio. The Lucifer Project. I think I saw this earlier. It's just a project of the Illuminati. The Lucifer Project. It's funny how it changes from Saturn to Jupiter. But it is Jupiter. I still think it's still Jupiter, folks. I think the Lucifer Project, this whole Saturn thing, is kind of disinfo. They can never blow up Saturn to mimic a star. Juniper, I'll get it right, Jupiter, is a 90% gaseous planet. It's only 10% away from being a star or a sun already. And I think that the trial run they had a couple years ago when they crashed in that Pathfinder or whatever it was loaded with nukes, I think it was a trial run. And I think they're going to go back and they're going to do it again, and this time they're really going to blow up the planet. Because what they want to do is mimic the Star of Bethlehem. And so they're going to blow up Jupiter and to mimic the Star of Bethlehem right before Satan arrives on Earth. And so that's one of the things that they've had planned. And reading lately, all of a sudden, this blowing up Jupiter, which also William Cooper had warned of. I warned of it several years ago when I saw it in the codes. And now it's Saturn. And so I don't know why it's Saturn. Saturn doesn't make any sense to me. But Jupiter still does. I think that they're still going to try to blow up Jupiter to mimic a star, because there's nothing to blowing up Saturn. It's not going to be a star. It's not even near a star now. It's just a planet. This website holds hostile intentions for you. Yeah, he's the biggest liar on the internet. I'm not even going to go there. That's that Harry Walter. Nothing but a liar, deceiver. Doesn't have 1 ounce of the love of the Lord in him, and so I'm really not going to spend my time about Harry and his lies. And what gets funny is some people will actually fall for them, and it might take them a couple of months to realize what a fool he is, and that's what I've been stating all along. Sherry, I've been using cut-up bright aluminum screening and stainless steel scrubbies for the orgone I've been making. Will this work as well as shavings or aluminum and orgone things? They don't work as well. They're not as strong as just regular aluminum shavings, but they will work. They will work. It's always, if you can get aluminum shavings off the website, have the link on my website at orgoneblasters.com for aluminum shaving suppliers. A little bit expensive, especially because he charges like double what I was getting them for last year. It's like the price jumped 100%. And it seems like a lot of the supplies have. A lot of the supplies have just gone up. And then recently shipping going up and all that hoopla. It just seems like they always try to make it harder and harder and harder to catch everything you need to keep it up on the orgone. But yeah, I started out doing the aluminum foil pans at the grocery stores and the scrubbies and stuff like that. Always better if you can just get some real metal in there. Nails. My husband had a big coffee can full of nails, little nails he'd set on my bench. So I thought, he must be nice. He's giving me a whole can of nails. I used almost every one of them for my orgones. Where's my nails? I think you set them on my bench. So you can use nails. You can be creative. You can get creative using aluminum and steel. Whatever will work. Copper coated BBs aren't going to work, but steel BBs may, and stuff like that. And so just ask the Lord to lead you into what you can use and what you can find to use and what might be cheaper to use. Because I know a lot of this, the stuff that you're buying through the stores is starting to get really, really outrageous and really expensive. And so that's just the way it is. You know what? Eventually, by the time you get all the materials together, it can go a little bit further. And when you're making your own, I like to get those ice cream parfait glasses. Like you see at the grocery store in the ice cream sections. I got mine at Drug Mart, and they're ice cream parfait glasses. Those tall parfaits. I like using those for making more powerful and bigger orgone. I know I use those different types of molds when I go out gifting. Don't always necessarily stick with the little muffin kinds. I use different types of molds, the glass molds, and the glass ones are easier because when you spray them with the Pam spray, then they'll just come right out and there's no problems with them. Everyone's talking about Al Gore and the global warming. Why does he keep on pushing this? Because he wants to charge you for the air you breathe. He's got companies sitting in the wings behind this global warming thing. So the second